Hi, and welcome to Cecil TV. I am Doug Donnelly. The debate about the funding of public schools is an issue that few school districts manage to avoid. On Monday evening, Cecil County Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Lawson laid out his concerns about the financial pressures CCPS faces from the Maryland Blueprint for Education, along with the impact of a county budget that many view as being adverse to the well-being of the school system. Schools in most places are funded, at least in part, by local taxes, and school budgets represent sizable percentages of municipal budgets. So the balancing act of the funding of schools while trying to ease the tax burden can be a challenge for local leaders. Here in Cecil, property taxes have been lowered in each year of Danielle Hornberger's administration, and property owners have received a $700 tax rebate while the county has maintained surpluses. My guest tonight is Jeff Kase. Jeff is a member of the Cecil County Democratic Central Committee, and he ran as a Democratic candidate for county executive in 2020. Jeff, welcome.
Doug, thank you. It's a privilege to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you for coming. Jeff, this morning I opened up Facebook and I saw the announcement of an effort to encourage individuals to donate some or all of their $700 tax rebate to CCPS in a very public way. Can you explain this campaign you've undertaken?
Well, there's been a group of us have been discussing the underfunding of the public schools here in Cecil County. The current administration has only funded them to the bare minimum, which is called maintenance of effort, for the past 3 years. We are the only county in Maryland to be funded at the bare minimum for 3 consecutive years in a row. Earlier this year, there was a big announcement by the administration that every property taxpayer will receive a $700 refund. We felt that if she can give a refund to all the property tax owners, she can also properly fund the schools to the level that's required to give our children the proper education and the best start in life. The school board asked for $93 million in their budget last year, and the administration only funded them to $88 million. That put a real burden on the school district to maintain proper amount of teachers, to keep classroom sizes manageable, and across the board. It made it very hard for the district to operate at a level that would be conducive to giving our children the proper education.
Right.
If she had given a $500 rebate versus a $700 rebate, the $5 million shortfall would have been available to go to the schools.
Right. Is there an organization behind this effort, or?
It's a grassroots collective of just concerned citizens that are looking out for the well-being of our community and understanding how important the role of education is in building a strong community, and a community that will attract people to the county and attract businesses to the county, knowing that we have a very strong educational foundation for our young citizens.
Do you have any sense, it's probably impossible to tell, but Do you have a sense of how many people might participate?
Well, we're less than 24 hours into actually formally announcing our movement via a Facebook group called Donate the Rebate, supporting Cecil County Public Schools. And we're nearing 100 members already. And we're asking the members, to the best of their ability, at the January 10th school board meeting, and we picked January 10th because the first school board budget will be on January 24th. So we want to make a showing and we want to make an impact to the administration that we can't be bought. And we're asking to make a donation to the Cecil County Public Schools at any level that you feel is comfortable. Ideally, it would be great to just hand a $700 check over to the school board and say, we would rather this property tax be used to better the education for our children. I understand that's quite a sacrifice for quite a few people. So we're not...
Especially since many people really didn't get the money into their hands.
That's correct. Most of us, myself included, had the rebate rolled into our escrow account on our mortgages. So we never really saw, I didn't see 7 $100 bills in my hand. I just saw a little note from my escrow company that said, hey, we're still going to charge the monthly amount to your escrow, but you got $700 put into the account. So it truly is a sacrifice because it's not money that we have in our hand. Mm-hmm. It's not money that most people even feel that they have gotten. That being said, I think that makes it an even bigger impact statement to the administration that this community wants to support the education of our children.
Good. So it's a statement, even if it's not a tangible contribution, I guess.
That is correct. As Dr. Lawson said Monday night, the York Corporation donated $100,000 to the school district. Now that's spread over 4 years, and they were very appreciative of that donation, but it had very little effect on the actual operating budget of the school board. What we're trying to do is make a statement that there is a substantial amount of citizens in this county that support our public education.
Right. And, you know, the other part of Dr. Lawson's presentation is that the blue ribbon is blueprint.
Blueprint.
I just want to call it blue ribbon. The blueprint imposes much stricter definitions on how the pie is distributed on a school by school basis, and so even if the notion that they get third year maintenance of effort, if there's a fourth year of maintenance of effort, they may not be able to simply make do as they've made do previously.
That is correct. And it's my understanding that any funding above the maintenance of effort can be distributed at the discretion of the school board, and they're not tied to the blueprint.
Right.
That's become law. That would be House Bills 1300 and I believe 1373.
Right. So school board meetings in recent times have become places of drama.
To put it mildly.
Do you think you're just kind of going to be adding to that?
That's a good question. And quite honestly, yes, we will. We did not nurture the current environment at school board meetings. However, we will rise up and be a force
Right.
to straighten things out.
Okay. Now, on a more political note, beyond this thing, since Ms. Hornberger's current budget was unanimously approved by the council, the current budget, do you think there are any minds on the council that are capable of change? Since there's a much greater public awareness, I believe now, of the situation that the schools are in, and and I believe you spoke at the Cecil can when they all kind of converged on the council and asked them to listen. There was a lot of passion there, and a lot about that was about schools as well. So the question is, my question is, any sense that they did hear you, or that they will hear you, or that they're moved in any way?
Unfortunately, their past behavior and their current behavior don't give me a lot of hope. The way our charter is structured, it took a lot of control away from the county council. As such, the county council cannot add anything to the
Right.
county executive's budget. They can only remove things. They can deny the budget. However, that doesn't seem to be a feasible way to get this administration to fund the schools at the levels
Right.
that are appropriate.
Right. Well, it is not only a tense budget year, it is a election year. And, this is surely going to be the top of the people's minds as they go vote, I think. Is there anything else? How, if somebody is interested in, donating their rebate, how do they just show up at that meeting? And
We're working those logistics out now. To the best of my understanding currently, you can write a check to Cecil County Public Schools and accompany that check with a letter asking where that money is to be earmarked. And it can simply be general funds. It could be for diversity. It could be English as a second language programs, whatever your passion is. And we're aware, budget-wise, we're not going to make a big difference. But we think community-wise, we're going to make a statement, and we're going to let the current administration know that a large part of this community is not pleased with the lack of funding for the Cecil County Public Schools.
okay. Well, Jeff Kase, activist, citizen, Central Committee member. Thank you for appearing.
Okay,
And,
thank you very much.
and-
Again, I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, this is a very novel thing.
And the Facebook group is Donate the Rebate with an exclamation point, supporting Cecil County Public Schools. You're welcome to join the group. There's no commitment to make any sort of donation. We're trying to get as much community involvement as possible, because this is truly a grassroots organization. It's not political. I understand there's always going to be a political aspect to everything. Personally, I think it's a shame that the school boards have become such a political hot topic. It's only been in recent years that the school boards have even become political. and this is all but a small effort to maybe return back to a sense of normalcy in our community.
Normalcy. Well, we'll see. All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.